What is going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday to you all. We are now live. It is Tuesday, March 25th, 2025. And this is another live edition of the Raw Rundown here on the Around the Point Network YouTube channel. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share it through social media and all that fun stuff. I'm going to try to make this a quick one because I do have to do something in an hour. So there's that. Look, this show was supposed to be originally at 6:30, but I had computer issues. Yeah, let's put it that way. One second here. So yeah, I had computer issues and it just kept restart. I had to keep on restarting it multiple times. But yeah, here I am now. What's going on, everyone? Yeah, so we're gonna make this quick because I do have to step out literally in a little bit because I am gonna be watching the Peru game against Venezuela. So World Cup qualifiers. I'm gonna give it a watch. I even got the jersey on. God damn it! Look at this shit. I got the fucking jersey on. The fucking Adidas motherfuckers. Adidas motherfuckers. What's going on, everyone? I hope you all are having a good day for the most part. Again, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this stream a big old thumbs up and share with all your friends out there. And yeah, let people know that we're live. If you guys want to go the extra mile, be so appreciative. Leave a super chat. Leave a super chat. Also become an ATP channel member. It's only $2.99 a month, and you get all these perks that you see on the screen. The big one is you get to be part of the ATP gaming roster. You get to join the watch-alongs that we do every single Wednesday, including tomorrow for Something About Dynamite, aka SAD. That is the AEW Dynamite watch party that we do here on the channel. Oh snap, a Raw rundown today? Yes, it is, man. Yes, it is, brother. Normally we do it on Monday, but I had to do something. Well, because let me rephrase it. Let me just rephrase this real quick. So, yes, normally Raw rundowns on a Tuesday, right? Normally it's on a Tuesday, but being that Raw has been in Europe these last couple of weeks, we decided to, you know what, let's do the show on Monday. And, yesterday I had something to do, so I wasn't able to go live or once Raw went off the air. So that's why we're doing it today. And I'm not alone. I'm here joined by the good brother from beautiful California, the one, the only Chase Oliver. Chase, how are you, man?
Just still recovering from surgery, Steve.
I'm glad to hear that you're recovering, bro. You sound again, by the voice, you sound great, bro. But I hope again your recovery is progressing as day goes on and stuff like that. I'm reading some comments here as well. I hope Peru wins for you, Steve. I hope so too. They got to win today. They got to win. Mexico finally did me and my family proud. We beat Panama. Yeah, I believe that was the CONCACAF Nations Cup, something like that. I think it was. The U.S. lost against Canada, so there was that too in third place. But yeah, man, look, here we are covering Monday Night Raw on a Tuesday, back on its regular schedule. But next week is back to Monday and stuff like that. But Chase, what was your overall thoughts on Monday Night Raw as a whole?
It was such a soulless episode. I don't know. I didn't really like this episode of Raw. Felt it was just very, very copy and paste. There was only like one entertaining segment, which was the Chad Gable stuff. But yeah, just not a good episode.
Sneezing? Coughing? My bad. Him coughing?
Oh no, the El Grande Americano, whatever the gimmick is. That was the only good thing of Raw last night. Everything else was just it was just a soulless episode. And look, I know this road to WrestleMania hasn't been the best, but I just expect a little better effort from Triple H. That's it.
I get that. And I feel like, and I said this in our group chat and all that stuff. I feel like at this point, it feels like the roster just wants this European tour to be over with. It's like week one, right? When they were in Barcelona and then they were in Brussels, right? It was cool to hear that crowd. Yes, we hear them normally once a year, twice a year, whatever it may be. But now that you hear them on a weekly base, it's like, all right, what else do you got? And I felt like the show, for the most part, just like you, it just had like no life to it, except, I guess two things. But after that, like, honestly, you could just skip the show if you wanted to. You could have easily skipped Raw. All you had to do was go back and just rewatch the Cena part in Cody, and I guess it's Chad Gable, basically, who's under a mask, supposedly. But I mean, what do we know, right? No lie. Didn't fully watch Raw yesterday, just watched the main event and the key moments. Yeah, there's some people who felt the way too. Um, for the most part, is Triple H getting cocky or something backstage when writing Raw? I don't think so. I don't want to say it's cockiness or anything like that. I just feel like, again, look, these European shows is mostly for the European audience, right? So you hear them every single week. It just becomes a thing where it's like, all right, I'm hearing this every single week. Again, at this point, look, the road to WrestleMania hasn't really been that exciting for the most part. So it's like, now let's just get this over with. Let's move on. Let's just get to WrestleMania already. Which I can't wait for the most part. But let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments. What did you like about Raw? What did you not like about Raw and all that stuff? So SmackDown has been awful during the European team. Yeah, SmackDown's just been dreadful to watch. It's just
Yeah,
been so dreadful to watch. Those 3
that
hours of SmackDown.
those 3 hours drag, man. They just drag. Like it just feels like, and when you feel like the show's over, then you just forget. Oh shit, there's another hour, and then we have to sit through like the whole 3 hours just to get to what they need to get to. And yeah, it hasn't been good. Like no, like yeah, SmackDown, and it's sad because they're trying to build matches, but I feel like a lot of people have tuned out on SmackDown, and I don't think they really care what he's trying to do over there.
Wait a minute, isn't Braun Strowman getting a U.S. title match this coming
Oh
Friday?
yeah, I know my dog's getting the U.S. title match, but we all know he's not winning. Like, let's be real. Like, they're gonna
Trash.
try to. They're I mean, they talk about megastars. Braun Strowman's a real megastar, unlike LA Knight. Let's just be real. But they're gonna try to set up some multi-man match for the U.S. title, so that way everyone gets a WrestleMania payout, brother. Like, that's the goal. So find two other fucks: Shinsuke, Big Jim, Braun Strowman. Yeah, cool. Another fatal four-way for the mid-card title. Awesome.
For the most part, yes. But yeah, SmackDown just has not been it for the most part. Normally, when I watch SmackDown, I skip the first hour. I just watch the last 2 hours and I'm good for the most part. Um, but that's just me. I mean, there's people out there who just feel the need to watch all 3 hours, or be that as it may.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into Monday Night Raw. Raw last night was live from Glasgow, Scotland, live from the OVO Hydro. Fun little fact: TNA used to run this building a lot back in the day when they used to do their Maximum Impact tour. Don't know how many of you remember those tours, but yeah, they used to run that building back in the day. Um, the show obviously opened up just like last week. John Cena, and the crowd was just, booing him. They were doing John Cena sucks. Um, and he just explains how, who's really the bad person here? Is it him for speaking the truth, or is it them for cheering the fact that John Cena last week flamed a little kid, made a little kid, a meme, if you will, right? By poking fun, right? And the fact that WWE in on their own social media have displayed the photo of the kid. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about, right? That little kid from last week who was just like heartbroken that Cena broke his heart, dumped him, and all that stuff. And it just kept going, right? How everything that he's done, you guys, that being the crowd, never appreciated when he turned the WWE title into the spinner. Everybody wanted, everyone thought he was crazy, right? And that's when he realized that, he had to take the title, that being the WWE title from at WrestleMania, to ruin pro wrestling in a nutshell, to ruin pro wrestling. Then obviously Cody came out and talked about, in order for you to do that, you got to take this belt from me. And it looked like they were ready to go. They were ready to brawl. And Cena just wasn't having it. Just like last week, Cena just walked away. And Cody just basically said, hey, look, man, right now, you just say the champ is here, but the champ is actually in the ring. And that at WrestleMania, he is going to make Cena go away for good. What was your overall thoughts, Chase, on the opening segment of Raw from last afternoon? I'm sorry.
More of the same from last week. The only good thing was that Cena gave like intentions of what he wanted to do with the championship. So that was cool. And that's something that, gets Cody riled up because he's such a big wrestling historian and the title means everything and he's the people's champion for the most part. So I like that, but it took too long for Cena to get there and stuff. Like, I feel like we're losing the focus on like, why did Cena align with The Rock? And is The Rock, like, is Triple H calling The Rock on 911 to help reinvigorate this feud? Because next week is the last week of Cena being advertised. So, like, is Cena not going to show up the last 2 weeks? That would be disastrous. And these two promo segments, they were pretty much, if you put them side to side, they're pretty much the same. Where Cody comes off looking really good and Cena comes off looking like a punk. And we need a little bit more. We need a back and forth. We need an exchange. We need a brawl of some sorts because we need something where it's just like because right now Cody, it honestly feels like, yeah, Cody's losing at Mania. That's what I'm getting out of these promos. Like Cody's looking good in the exchanges, the minimal exchanges, if you call them exchanges. But really, to be honest, Cena, it just feels like he's winning because they're gonna build this storyline of, him getting 17, him, gonna be the threat. He's gonna steal the WWE championship and all that other stuff. So yeah, it was okay. Like it wasn't like horrible, but it was just more of like this just felt the same. Like I really wanted Cena to say, like, at least come out, let us know why he's with The Rock and stuff, and that he looks to be the 17th-time world champion because he can take WWE to greater pastures, and that's what him and The Rock have the vision. We can make WWE bigger than it's already is. It's already huge. Look at this arena of all you hypocrites, like blah blah blah.
Ticket
And I'm
holder. Ticket holder. You called them ticket holders last night.
Yeah, ticket holders. Yeah. Like, look at this arena. It's all filled. And it's all thanks to me. It's thanks to The Rock. But can you imagine if I'm champion and I take this belt away from you guys to Hollywood and stuff? Like, how much bigger could be? Cody didn't see that vision. And that makes me sick. Like, do that. Do that. Why you hate Cody Rhodes? Why you decided to attack Cody Rhodes like that is because Cody Rhodes makes you sick. That he does not want to make WWE better. And for years, all I wanted to do was make WWE better. Like, make it where Cena sounds like a legit hypocrite, but he proves some good valid points and stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, I felt you could have done a little bit better with Cena's direction. It's just more, it was just the same from last week, to be honest.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say though that I like about this that Cody's, for the most part, yeah, it's minimum, but he's hanging in there with Cena. That's the one thing we wanted to see. Look, could Cody Rhodes, whether it's a big segment or minimum, whatever it may be, can he hang with John Cena? And he is, But like you said, for the most part, I'm under the impression that Cena's winning. They have one more week, bro. They have one more week. According to what being said, that this next week is Cena's last appearance before WrestleMania. To really get people, excited, get people talking here. It's their last chance. I'm going to read some comments here as well. Weston writes here, the Cena heel turn has been fun. Don't get me wrong, but it still hasn't explained why he had to sell his soul. Again, hopefully next week we get into that. Got to be honest, the build for Mania has been kind of mid.
Yeah, it's because like last year's build was so really good that it was just like this year we're expecting the same, and it's just not hitting on the same levels. And part of the issue is like a lot of these wrestlers are just not around to build up the matches, and then they have to rely on the people who are around, and their segments aren't hitting and stuff. Like, Roman's on such a like light schedule that it's like impossible for him to like build up any of his matches and stuff. Seth is on a light schedule right now. Punk is the most active, but he's not like wrestling on TV. All he does is cut the same promo. So you're kind of limited in your build and stuff. And there's no Rock to really because Rock carried last year's Mania build. Like that was on Dwayne's shoulders, and he did such a great job that it's hard to replicate. And you fumbled your two main title matches like early, like because you decided to do Jay and Gunther early and Charlotte and Tiffany early, like announcing who they're going to face. And those feuds have just been kind of stuck in neutral. Like they started off well, but both those feuds feel like they're kind of stuck in this neutral point. And I honestly, I think having Mania in the middle of April was a huge mistake by WWE. I get what they were trying to do, like they were trying to avoid like March Madness tournament because of the way the schedule flowed out. Like they're just trying to avoid certain events in early April and stuff. But I felt that this was a huge mistake by WWE by making this in such late April, because I just think they're creatively tapped right now of what they could do. Because a lot of this stuff, I'm like, man, if this was a go home show, this would have been great. But because of the fact that they have to extend so long out, like it just feels like the road to WrestleMania is just too long, and
Yeah.
and stuff. Like I said, it's because of the schedule. Like, look, April, it happens like this is the last week, officially the last week of March. April starts at a weird time and stuff, and then, like I said, they didn't want to compete with March Madness, which makes sense. They want to make sure people can go to their show. The following April, UFC already had that weekend set up, and even though yes, the WrestleMania, since they're both TKO, they didn't want to kind of like step on each other's toes.
They
But
did.
then it's like WrestleMania, like I get it. They were going to try to take over Las Vegas, Nevada, which is an easy place to take over, but also take over a holiday that, it is not really a travel holiday in Easter. So it was a good idea. It's just the
On
execution has
paper.
been, yeah, it's an execution has just been poor, and that's the issue. Is because they really wanted to make sure WrestleMania was the only thing going on that weekend in terms of major sports, like a major sporting event and stuff. Like I know a lot of people be like, "What's the correlation of March Madness and UFC to WWE?" It's just more of like they just didn't want any other. Like, yeah, there's going to be basketball games. There's going to be other big events going on and stuff, other events going on that people would care about, but March Madness finals and a UFC pay per view card, like those are big events you just don't want to like take where you could potentially lose eyeballs and audience members. That's the thing. They just want to make sure all eyes are on them. They want to make sure social media is flooded with just their content.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's just again, on paper, the idea of doing WrestleMania later on in April was cool, right? Because anything also like the fact that it's still again WrestleMania this year's in Vegas, where again, compared to last year, it was like early April, it was cold. It would have been more convenient had it been in a place where it's still cold weather, but still, nevertheless, um, they have one more week to really get this going with Cena and Cody and other matches as well on this card. Um, Chief writes here: is there more money on a heel Cena 17-time champion or babyface a heel? He needs to be a heel, in my opinion.
Mm, like there's still
Versus,
money. There's a lot of either way. It's Cena, so you're gonna make your money regardless and stuff.
yeah,
So I think the money's about the same. Like if anything, a babyface is just like a little bit more money because like he could sell more merch, but his merch is still selling anyways. Like people are still buying the farewell tour shirts. Like I saw like two of the Cena Scotland spinner belts in the crowd. So people are still buying this farewell Cena stuff. So I think the money's about the same, to be honest. Like if that those are the sales, those are the sales. Like I don't think he surpassed like for WrestleMania weekend. I don't think he'll be a top five mercher, but I think like it'll still be like Cody. WrestleMania branded stuff, Jey Uso, and then I don't know, maybe Tiffany Stratton shocks people and she reaches the top 5 or something. I don't know. It always depends on who's hot around that time. People will buy a lot of their t-shirts. So
Yeah. But we get the opening match. We get the opening match here. It was A Town Down Under of Grayson Waller and Austin Theory to go up against Jey Uso and a mystery partner of his choosing. And I'm sure all of us, obviously, we mentioned this moments ago, Raw was in Scotland. So everyone was under the impression that Jey Uso said a name and he was going to appear. That being Joe Henry, the current TNA World Champion. Everyone was under this impression, oh, this would be a good time. They're in Scotland, good opportunity, and whatnot. And that didn't happen. That did not happen. See, you would expect, okay, mystery partner, Jay comes out, they pause, right? The music on stuff to see who it is. No, they just kept playing Jay's theme. And then out comes Jimmy Uso's running to get close to Jay, and they walk down to the ring. They introduced him as the Uso, just like it was 2018 all over again, bro. Like the good old days. And it was the Usos and all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, look, the match itself for what it was, like, yeah, it was nothing to go crazy about. Okay, nothing to go crazy unless you're like a diehard Uso fan and you're just happy to see the Usos reunite. You know what I mean? But that's basically what this was. And then obviously after this, Gunther comes out and he attacks Jimmy, right? Throws him out of the ring. And you see Jay and Gunther brawl. And Jay hits these super kicks on Gunther. And it's like, all right, it's time for him to hit the spear. And he trips. And they make it seem, oh, it's getting to him. All this stuff is getting to Jey Uso. And that's how, they ended that segment for the most part. The story is, Jay tripped. That's what people will remember the most of anything. But Chase, your thoughts?
yeah, when Jay came out first, I was mad confused because I'm like, wait, he has a mystery partner. So wouldn't you want Jay to come out last after A Town Down Under and stuff? And then I was like, oh man, like it's just going to be Jimmy Uso. That's going to be his mystery partner. But then, like, I thought they were going to play like Jimmy's theme or something. But no, Jimmy just kind of pops up out of nowhere. And it was just like, wait, what? And what was crazy, if you paid attention to SmackDown, Joe Tessitore said on commentary when promoting this match, said Jimmy Uso will not be on Raw, so and stuff. So he said this, and then Jimmy Uso's on Raw. So I'm all like, bro, like this transfer portal thing doesn't even matter. Like this transfer window, whatever, it doesn't even matter. Match was fine. It's typical Uso match against a tag team like that is not on their level. So you're not getting much. Jay tripping against Gunther. My issue with this is like I don't have an issue with them trying to like say Jay doesn't have confidence. This is something you do in the beginning of the story, not at the not near the tail end of it and
Yeah.
stuff like that. That's my issue with it. And like because like the thing is, Jay's gained his confidence. Like Jay won the Royal Rumble. He should like, and he talked about like now he's in this position. He confidently challenged Gunther. Gunther this whole time hasn't been doing these mind games or manipulation to get into Jay's head. They're just playing into it because people are criticizing Jay Uso as a worker. So they're kind of like playing into the story that Jay's slipping and falling and, like Gunther's in his head when Gunther has done nothing to get into Jay's head at all. Like there hasn't been anything. These guys have been equal pretty much this whole feud. Like because like because it makes the week before look stupid. Because Jay, yes, even though he messed up the dive, that dive wasn't on Gunther. That was on A Town Down Under. And last I checked, he stood up tall, holding the World Heavyweight Championship. Like it wasn't like Jay hesitated to grab the world title and then he's like, no, I shouldn't raise it and stuff and walked away all weird. He raised it up high and the fans were cheering. So like that's the thing where you're trying to play this story that Jay has confidence issues where it's like, no, it just feels like you're covering up the fact that Jay can be sloppy sometimes. And honestly, Jay, like this is on him because I feel he got too comfortable. Like just reading body language and stuff like that. He's too comfortable with his spot right now, and he doesn't have the hunger to improve. Because like look, Jay knows Gunther's going to carry him to a great match at Mania, and I'm not hesitating when I say great. Like Jay doesn't have to do that much in this match. Like watch your Saturday night's main event match, add 5 extra minutes to it, add a kick out to it, add a spot where Jay grabs the bottom rope from the sleeper hold. You know it's going to be great just if you visualize it. Like that like it's going to be a great match. Like Jay knows this, but the problem is like you're not going to be wrestling Gunther all the time. You're going to have to like wrestle the bigger names and the bigger stars. So yeah, I like I'm fine with them going in with this. Like, oh, Jay, he's not mentally like I'm cool with it, but you're doing it at the wrong time, and you're trying to cover up something that is just obvious about Jay. And I could care less if Jay is a good worker or not. But now you're just making it seem like,
That's what it's about.
yeah, it's like, and
Yeah.
look, you're like, look, I get it. If Jay, like if this was a week ongoing theme, that's fine. Like this is why, like WWE really messed up with like Jay Uso because he should be literally facing like bigger names and stuff like that. Like where the fuck is Sheamus? Like you're telling me Sheamus couldn't be taking pinfalls from Jay Uso right now and
Yeah, to
stuff like
establish that to establish, okay, you're ready. You're ready to go out there.
yeah.
Uh,
How about where Sheamus comes out and he goes, Jay, I like you fella, but Gunther, he was going easy on you all the times that you wrestled him. And then that puts doubt into Jay's mind. You're like, look at the matches me and Gunther had, how my chest was beating red and everything like that. That's what Gunther is going to unleash on you at WrestleMania. And Jay, I hate to break it to you and all your fans, but you're not ready to face Gunther. And then Jay kind of gets pissed at that, like, dude, why are people still doubting me? I literally just eliminated John Cena from the Rumble and stuff. Like, however, Jay has to face, like a Sheamus and all these other good wrestlers, main event level wrestlers, where it boosts his confidence and it makes Jay look good in the long run. Like having him face Theory and Waller, who should honestly be in the tag team division. I don't know why they're not doing anything in the tag team division. Does nothing for him and stuff. Like Gunther, he has fucking Ludwig as a whipping boy. Why can't he face Ludwig and stuff? Like you're not doing anything with Pete Dunne and Ludwig. Like just have it where Pete Dunne and Ludwig also hate Jay and stuff. Like like they don't think Jay's worthy. That at least those will be better matches. Those will be things that can help Jay pick up some bigger wins, but him facing a tag team in Theory and Waller, like that does absolutely nothing for him and stuff. But
yeah.
yeah, like the segment was fine. Like uh, yeah, no, Triple H has really disappointed me in this.
And go back to what we were saying for the last couple of weeks. This is the Raw World Title match, and it hasn't not one Jey Uso and Gunther segment has closed the show yet, and we're like less than 4 weeks away for WrestleMania. Like,
and I probably won't ever close the show either, to be honest.
Probably won't. And after what match was made official, between Punk, Roman, and Rollins. I'm sorry, Jay, you're gonna yeet opening the show, buddy. So get ready for that one.
Yeah.
Which is,
I think it's the safest thing to put as the opener because the crowd's going to be red hot. They're going to be ready for it and stuff. And even if you do go with we're not going to put the title on Jay, the crowd will be disappointed and pissed. But then at least it's like you get other matches to kind of make you forget it. Yeah. Putting this on the middle of the show, you're just asking for the crowd to be. The crowd will be that it will wake the crowd up. But the crowd will be more rabid if Jay doesn't win and stuff. And if Jay wins later in the night and wakes us up, it's almost like, man, what's going to top that? It's one of those things where it is now the perfect opener for WrestleMania because it gives you the excuse if you don't want to go with Jey Uso winning the world title. But I do think Jay's winning. Like like if you had him win the Rumble, just go all the fucking way with it. Like don't pussyfoot this because like Gunther winning, it honestly does nothing for Gunther at this point. Like so what? So we can see another lackluster world title feud with Gunther? No thanks, I'm good.
For sure. Just to continuing on here. again, there was backstage segment with the Judgment Day where I guess Dom was trying to recruit Penta. This was before Raquel went out to her match against Lara Valkyria, and they also played a little vignette for El Grande Americano, this latest luchador sensation, right? This got a lot of people upset. A lot of people just bent out
No,
of
yeah,
shit.
man. A lot of people upset. Yeah.
And again, I can understand why though, Chase. I can understand why people were upset.
Oh, yeah.
The AI, bro, terrible AI, terrible artificial intelligence graphics that were using this. Everything else though, thought it was great for the most part. And then you see like Ray and Dragon Lee backstage in the office, like, are y'all serious? This? And in their eyes, this is Chad Gable. And Chad Gable is basically saying it's not him. He showed up, he wasn't feeling good. Was not feeling good. He had a doctor's note. So instead, we're going to be Dragon Lee and El Grande Americano later on in the night. We did have Lara Valkyria versus Raquel Rodriguez. I mean, look, what do we expect, right? It's another good wrestling match for Lara Valkyria to have on the show. That's all it really was, to be honest. Where Raquel was dominant for the most part of the match, but then Lara found a way to get the win, and that was it. That was it. Now, obviously, after the match, they were trying to attack Lyra, and then Bailey made the save. So, eventually, we'll see how this goes. But Chase, your thoughts on the Lyra Valkyria and stuff like that, or anything that I mentioned?
Yeah, like the fact that this women's intercontinental does not have like a good feud going in, it's kind of insane. Same with Liv and Raquel. They don't have any legit challengers for the tag titles. So screw it. Just throw Bailey in there, who has been very consistent for you for so many years, and let's just throw all four of them. This is probably our women's tag team title match. But what about the women's IC title match? What about it? Who cares? Like they don't seem to care about it. Like they like it's so simple. You have a women's mid card belt. Put these women in a good showcase match to show why they care about this belt. Like we talked about, like ladder matches and all this other stuff, like matches that really help people get over. I'm sure if you could find 5 women that would be happy to be on the WrestleMania card, put them in a ladder match for that women's IC title. That would do wonders for that belt, and that would do wonders for whoever wins it. But no, instead, it's just like, we need to put Bailey on the card, so we'll have Bailey team with Lyra, take on Liv and Raquel for the tag titles. But what about the IC title? Like I said, who cares? Like they don't really seem to care about this belt. It makes money for them from the belt collectors because they got to collect every fucking belt known to mankind, and they'll spend the $500 to get it. And
Or that $800 one, or that $800 one from the that was dropped yesterday that sold out just like that.
Well, that was a golden title, and then also too, it was only like $850 because they were charging extra for the side plates, because the side plates that they put in there were not the stock WWE side plates; they were the WrestleMania side plates. So normally that belt is only like $600, but because of the side plates, they boosted up to an extra $150. That's how they do things, Steve. That's their marketing tactic that they do. But yeah, match was fine. Like you said, it's a good Lyra Valkyrie. Like we know Lyra can wrestle. That's not the issue. It's just you're not building up any stories for her. Like she's just going out there wrestling good matches. Like wrestling does enough to help someone out. But what really helps someone out when you can build good rivalries and good stories to like add to it. And I'm not saying the ladder match would have been like something amazing, but it would have been something that like could have been like, oh, this is going to be the dark horse match at Mania. It's a match where there's going to be crazy bumps. People are going to be talking about it. People are going to be excited. Like look at the North American Championship when they introduced that. What did they do? A ladder match. And that was one of the matches from that card people talked about. And they said, wow, that was great. All 5 women cooked in that match. Like you could have easily done like Lyra, Ivy Nile, Dakota Kai, Bailey, and Roxanne in a women's intercontinental title match. That would have been a good 5-woman lineup. There's going to be something crazy. You have Bailey in the match, so the match is going to go smooth and fluid because she's going to make sure all the spots land and it's going to get the good impact. But no, instead, like Bailey and Lyra, they can just team up and they can go for the women's tag titles. That's fine because for whatever reason, because since Uncle Howdy's hurt, none of the other Wild Six can exist because they need Uncle Howdy, and so Alexa Bliss, she can't exist without Uncle Howdy.
In the mud.
I don't understand the use of the Wide Six. Like, you telling me that like Bo Dallas just can't cut promos from the Jumbotron? How many times has Bray Wyatt been hurt? And they would just let him use promos on the Jumbotron. They would still throw Luke Harper and Eric Rowan and Strowman out there to wrestle. Like, come on. What are we doing?
Do you think El Grande Americano should be on the WrestleMania card, or is it too soon after his debut?
Pudgy Mysterio, that motherfucker, he's gonna get him in the vortex. He's gonna find a way to wrestle him at WrestleMania. So yeah.
Yes. Why did they drop the Roxanne and Bailey storyline?
Why did they drop Braun Breaker and AJ Styles? I like to know all these questions too, Chief.
You know why? Because AJ Styles is about to get the rub, man. He's being blessed, the biggest payday of his life coming up. Well, the next Monday, Chase. Next Monday. I don't know if you know, but my guy, the Maverick, bro, the man, bro. He's gonna call him out. He's gonna
the only country in Europe that'll let him in, London.
He's gonna call him out, bro, in London.
KSI is gonna be there.
You better. I would hope so, man. Deji, KSI.
I think Deji's irrelevant, bro. Like, I don't think anyone cares about him anymore.
The whole
Sidemen.
The whole Sidemen crew.
They do have a show on Netflix.
Yeah, and of course, also a show on Mac, which I gotta watch. Paul Americans. I gotta give it a watch. So sometime later this week, I
will say Logan's vlogs are not that bad. Like, they're nothing groundbreaking, but it's kind of cool that like you kind of get like a little insight to like WWE stuff. Like, it's just like that's some WWE clips that we get.
I mean, not for nothing, but like back when they were, YouTubers, Logan's vlog were better than Jake's. Just saying. But anyway, I heard KSI is personally talked to the Queen for Logan. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, KSI hasn't been feeling good. I mean, he's pulled out of the fight with Dylan Dennis or postponed it. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he might not even be at Raw, but we'll see about that. What else happened here? Obviously, we did have Jimmy Uso by the stairwell trying to hype up his brother, and then he slapped Gunther in the face. Slapped him. Just to motivate Jay. And because of that, next Monday, it will be Jimmy Uso versus Gunther. This is where Gunther has to leave Jimmy in a bloody mess. As people are saying.
Oh, come on, bro. It's just gonna be him doing the chokehold. Come on. He's gonna hold on to the rear naked choke for too long. Come on.
Or have happened to Jimmy what happened to me at All in the Mud. You know what I mean? Put it that way. But again, just to light a fire under Jey Uso,
Oh, man, Big Jim got a U.S. title match, man. Come on. Can't do that to Big Jim.
I suppose here. We did get a recap of what happened last week with the contract signing between Bianca Belair and obviously EO Sky. EO. And then we also have with Rhea Ripley when she signed the contract. So Adam Pearce had to come up with something, right? And a lot of people were under the impression, triple threat for sure, WrestleMania. But no, it's not going to happen. Instead, there's a solution to all this, right? Because they were yelling at each other once again. And Adam Pearce said, next week it will be Rhea Ripley versus EO Sky in the rematch for the title. And this time, Bianca Belair will be the special guest referee in all this. And the winner will obviously face Bianca at WrestleMania. And we all know, let's be honest, I admire the attempt, but it's just not going to work. We're getting a triple threat match at WrestleMania, Chase.
Oh, yeah.
For the most part. So get it, get this done, get this over with. I'm sure there'll be a moment in the match where it looks like Rhea has the match won. Or you could do EO, whatever it may be, and it doesn't happen. Just, The referee gets involved, and we get the triple threat. Anything you want to add to this?
Nope. I think you said it all. I mean, it was nice to see the choreographed spots we're gonna get at the triple threat match at me. Like, what the fuck was that, bro? Like, they're all just planning like the spots. Like, they're just like, oh well, gotta have some cool spots for this triple threat match. So they just
Yeah, dude.
I thought that was so stupid. I was just like, what the fuck is that? Like we know these women are good. Like, we didn't need them to be like, okay, so I'll stand here and and they were all they looked so. It was so bad how choreographed it was because they were just like, so I'm gonna go here and then go here. It didn't look smooth. It didn't feel like this was like a natural thing. It just felt like they knew, like these women know they're in a triple threat. We're giving you a preview of what happens when all three of us go into the ring. It's gonna be a lot of, oh, she landed on her feet and then she gets hit with the move and then they move and then they move to this move and they do this move and they do that move and yeah.
Do you guys think now that Triple H is making people fight it out to see who main events each night of Mania, it takes away from winning the Rumble? I mean, not really. I mean, look, you kind of know, like, based on the matches that we're getting, like, let's be honest. We mentioned this moments ago. You know, we're getting Roman, Rollins, and Punk. Is that going to be curtain jerking? No, that's closing the show.
Yeah, Roman has a strict rule. He's not first. He's last. This is literally Roman Reigns' rule for like everything about it. Like that's the only problem with Roman's booking is that if he's not first, he's last, and he has followed this rule very very strictly, very strictly.
Since the Thunderdome, yeah, like it's been that way. So yeah, like we mentioned before. Sorry, Jay, you're opening the show, buddy.
Yeah,
the show.
Because the thing is, the only problem is they need to start with the Rumble saying, and they get to main event WrestleMania. Because neither of the Rumble winners are main eventing WrestleMania. They literally just have to say they get a championship opportunity at WrestleMania. Or they get a world title opportunity. Because, like, when you say the main event, like, the main event is last. You know, you can put corporate spin on it. You can say it's a triple main event. You can say it's a co-main event. It does not matter. Main event's the last match. That's just how it is. So they should that would be actually interesting. You know, remember back in the day, Saturday night's main event, they would do like the world title match. Title match people will face off against the WWE Championship match people in a 2-on-2 or 2-on-3. That would be interesting. That would be actually fucking hilarious if they did a Saturday night's main event before Mania and they have the two rivals team up with each other. Winning team gets the main event whatever night of WrestleMania. And that's another thing too.
So you would do like so you would do, for instance, you do Charlotte and Tiffany teaming up to go up against Rhea, Bianca, and Io.
Yeah. Let's be real. The women main eventing, that's going to be like, that's a white whale. It's gonna. You need a lot of star power to do that, and I don't think WWE believes in what they have. Like honestly, I only think that Triple H put Io in the world title feud was because one, he knew because he listens. Like if you think Triple H doesn't listen, you're crazy. He knew that people would be upset if Rhea and Bianca one-on-one did not main event a Mania because that's their golden goose. That's the match that that they've been putting. He wanted to definitely get Io in a WrestleMania match, and obviously he had no plans for the IC title, as we can clearly see. So he found a way to finagle Io into a WrestleMania match and triple threat, but also having a built-in excuse of, oh, this is why the women couldn't main event. Like Io Sky versus Rhea versus Bianca, it's not big enough to main event WrestleMania. But yeah, like something like that. That would have been something. That the one thing I'm tired of is, can WWE just, like, especially for these 2-night manias, just tell us already what night is the fucking match.
That's what I'm saying.
Can you just announce like what night each match is going to be? Like instead of us fans thinking,
is it Mystery Vortex where we're just gonna walk in there? We don't know what's happening, and
so when I went to 39, they announced it like the day before, like Friday on ESPN. They announced like the card and stuff like that. But ESPN messed up because they said John Cena in Theory was main eventing night one. They made that the featured match of night one. And then WWE, like 2 hours later, was like, oh no, Cena's actually kicking off the show, folks.
Oh man, no, never. Oh,
Yeah, because that's what ESPN did. You're like, if you guys, I'm sure you guys can still search it, but if you search in ESPN WrestleMania 39, where they announced like the match card, the featured match on night one is Cena in Theory. And that's the top match, the match on the top of the key. So we won't know probably till Friday morning, Steve, like what match is what and everything like. But it's just frustrating because like you just gotta at least let us know because I'm because like night two. So for me, what I'm guessing, night two, obviously main events Cody
and
and
Cena.
Cena, and then the triple threat for the women's world title that will be on night two. But then I'm trying to figure out where do they put Charlotte and Tiffany in this? Are
That's
they
probably
really going to give Charlotte again that co-main spot on night one before the triple threat? Like,
could
because
be.
like that's what Charlotte did last time. Like she was the co-main. I think Charlotte's been like the co-main for almost like every night one WrestleMania. Because
What
wasn't
if,
Charlotte and Ronda before KO and
what if
Austin?
what if she opens night two and it's like you have to follow her now?
No, Charlotte and Tiffany cannot open night two.
All that act, y'all. And Charlotte just carried Tiffany to this amazing, like goddess level of a match. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I think they should just. This is what they should illustrate: Raw matches night one, SmackDown matches night two, something like that. Priest,
I agree.
Priest, and Priest and McIntyre. That feels like such a night two match. Like they just need something hard hitting on night two. AJ and Logan feels like a night one match. Yeah, like just tell us. And you know what's also weird about this road to WrestleMania? I know it's like going on a tangent. Has it been this late where Triple H has been announcing matches for WrestleMania? Like you like normally around this time we have like a full ass card. Like we
Yeah,
we we don't even like I even think Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament got announced 2 weeks before Mania. Like
pretty much. Like, put it this way, Chase. Like, because of the scheduling, we're doing a preview for WrestleMania the Tuesday before we head
yeah,
out. So for all we
we
know,
should probably do that early too, Steve, so that way you can get plenty of sleep because you'll sleep in the car on the
all
on
right,
the
fine.
drive.
That's fine. I mean, I still had there's stuff I got to do anyway. But there's a scenario we're doing the preview, and come Friday, there's like 3 more matches announced. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So that might just happen. We don't know. It's possible. Um, but let's continue on with this because we're about to, we're almost done with this Raw recap anyway.
No, Steve just wants to go watch Peru play. He can't miss the kickoff off
I
the
got the
pitch.
I got the jersey on too. Adidas, bro. Adidas. Pat Mahomes would be proud. But what else happened here? Oh, we got El Grande Americano versus Dragon Lee. Let me just say, bro, this guy, El Grande Americano, bro, masterclass, dude. Masterclass performance here. This guy's been in the game for years, bro. This guy,
They locked him up. Remember, Steve? He was
yo,
so good. They locked him up. They
they
did
locked
not want him to succeed as a star.
he was like Brawley, bro. Just kept away, bro. Just kept
Yeah,
away. Incredible, dude. Just again, you have to go deep and search the mixtapes, dude, from his time in Arena, Mexico, tearing it up in those regions of the world, right? You have to really go do a deep search, but it's crazy, bro. It's insane. Just the stuff that he was able to do here. And then obviously again, it ends with El Grande Americano. You gotta do what you gotta do to win. Pull the mask from Dragon Lee. There's a golden rule in Lucha Libre, I feel like. Yeah, protect yourself at all times, but you got to tighten your mask. You got to tighten the mask, y'all. Come on. Tighten the mask. And that's what got Dragon Lee to tap out to the ankle lock. Tapped him out. But again, this is an awesome performance. And people are thinking it's Chad Gable. I don't know what they're talking about here, bro. I don't know what they're talking.
obviously two separate human beings.
Yes, man. Absolutely. I mean, I know, again, there's people who are upset. But look, man, I will say this. El Grande Americano is the greatest representation of the Gulf of America. I'm just going to say that right now. The
Oh,
greatest thing to have come out of the Gulf of America. Hands fucking down. Don't at me. But anything you want to add to this, Chase?
Yeah, no, it was a good match and stuff, but this shouldn't be the best thing on your 2 hour, 2.5 hour, or however long Raw wants to do the shows. This shouldn't be the best thing on your show.
Yeah. I agree with that. I totally, but it was fucking hilarious. I know people were upset, people were butthurt and shit, but whatever. Let them be them. Let them do what they got to do. We did get also a video
It's
package.
okay, Steve. They still get gas for their cars. They still buy cars. They order stuff on Amazon. There's other things to be upset about. People like like you do virtue signaling for a wrestling company is like the hilarious thing. A thing that's been in carnivals and circuses before it became a mainstream thing. Like that's hilarious. It's not even mainstream. It's niche. So I just find it hilarious. Virtual signaling for wrestling. Like it's just like who cares? Like, do you order off Amazon? Cool. Do you order? Are you using X? Cool. Do you get gas for your car? Absolutely. Do you buy? Oh, I'm electric. Cool. What's your electric car company? Tesla? All right, cool. Thanks. Thanks for letting me know. So,
Exactly.
so stop acting like you're some morally good person and stuff, or you don't
What's your
like.
what's your
Otherwise, you'd be living your life like such a hermit that you would not be able to understand. Like there way worse things than what WWE is doing. Trust me.
what's your favorite fast food joint? McDonald's? I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah, dude. Shop at Target. Shop at Walmart. All right, cool.
As a Mexican, I endorse El Grande Americano. As a Latino, I think we all endorse him. We all endorse El Grande Americano. That guy, bro, future Hall of Famer. Cannot wait. Cannot wait, bro. Can you imagine had he gone MMA, bro? Oh, it would have been over, bro. It would have been over. Um, from there we get CM Punk. They played a video package from what happened, on SmackDown. The little brawl that happened where all three guys point at the WrestleMania sign. And Punk announced that he would have a contract signing with the two other men, that being Rollins and Roman, this Friday on SmackDown. And he's mad that he's not getting what he wants. Or is he? Right? He continued the type of talk of saying that he wanted to look through the contract's fine print and see what it would give, if it would give him what he wanted. And he threw out a line, he still works with children. I mean, it's it's subjective. It is
I
what.
think Punk is learning. Most of the fans that go to WWE shows just don't watch AEW or really like there is a general consent. There is probably some fans out there that don't even know Punk was wrestling in AEW. Like I'm just being honest when I say this.
It happened.
Like
Yeah.
we know, but I think most most of the WWE fans that attend these shows, they don't really care. And I don't even know what AEW's European distribution rights are. Like, I don't even know how many people in
Think
Scotland are like tuned in to Dynamite or know all this stuff that's going on, like with AEW. Like, it's a funny inside joke if you know it, but it was just like the delivery was just like we get it, Punk. You hated your time there. Like, you're upset with
yeah.
how everything ended. Like, just move on.
Yeah, just move on, brother. Move on, bro. You proved your
Like,
point.
we legit just need like find the interviewer 2 hours. Punk just vents about his time in AEW. Like no holds barred, says fuck the lawsuit, I don't care,
Didn't he
and
do
stuff.
that
And
with Ariel Hawani though? Didn't he do that with Ariel though? I
he
mean,
he kind of tiptoed a little bit. Like Punk tiptoed in that interview. Like we just need a full blast CM Punk, like kind of like what he did with Cole Cabana, where he was just like fuck it, I don't care, and he just goes on a raging rampage about his time in AEW. And I'm sure there's NDA signed, so that's why Punk is very, because like Punk is funny. He's like, oh, I don't really want to talk about that stuff, but Punk wants to talk about this stuff, man.
oh, for sure he does.
Punk
He does.
lives for this type of shit, man. Like this is the shit that he knows, man. Because like he's really upset with what happened in AEW, man. He's
Yeah,
really upset. he
yeah,
he just won't let it go. And the one thing about CM Punk, he never lets shit go. Like him going to WWE, let's just be real. He only went. There's two reasons why he went. One, it was his last option to make real money, and then two, to spite AEW, to spite their fans, to spite that company. Because, and if you think otherwise, no. Because look, Punk. The thing about him is this: a lot of people don't know. CM Punk lost a lot of money in that lawsuit, man. He lost a lot of money in that lawsuit. He lost a lot of money training for the UFC, even though yes, he was paid much more than most UFC fighters because he made 500K just to show up. He didn't even need to win to get 500K. He showed up. and got paid $500K for each of his 2 appearances. So he made $1 million off the UFC. And Punk is one of those guys. He doesn't really like spend a lot of money, so he does have money saved. But he knew like that's not forever money. Like it's not forever money. Like compared to what he had before the whole lawsuit happened, that was forever. That was forever money. Before the lawsuit happened, Punk was fine. Like he didn't need to. But WWE, it was a mission accomplished for them because they drained CM Punk's whatever reserves that he had in his bank account, and then they also ruined the friendship between him and Colt Cabana. And so so it was mission accomplished there. Went to AEW, got paid, was very happy to be back in pro wrestling. And then once he realized AEW structure was not what he thought it was, like it wasn't what was sold to him. CM Punk was sold that this is just like WWE, but better. Everything about it is better. And then once CM Punk realized that, no, this is just an indie show with better lighting, better cameras, and that is on national TV because the backstage is not fluid. Because, look, Punk is used to Punk. The indies left Punk a long time ago. Punk is bred in the WWE system. He's used to the WWE way of things. He hated it, but he's used to that kind of structure. So when you take a caged animal that's been used to being in a cage and you let it out in the wild, it's not gonna do well because they're so used to this structure. And after WWE, where do you go? UFC. There's structure into that system. There's no structure in AEW. AEW is the way that their backstage is like an independent show. And that's not a knock on AEW. That's just how it works and how it functions. And it frustrates CM Punk that it's not what was promised to him, not what promised to what he wanted. WWE is promised to what he wanted, and that's why he's back.
Yep. And he's back, and he, like you say, he just wants to just go off, and hopefully, like for us, like the viewers and the fans that know what happened and all that stuff, we hope it happens.
Once CM Punk is done wrestling, Conrad better call him, get him a fucking podcast. You don't even have to do a weekly thing. Make it a monthly CM Punk podcast. You'll get years of material. Years of material off of it. And the best part about this Punk podcast, it won't burn it won't burn him at all. It won't be like one of those podcasts where it's like, oh, we're not getting views, or oh, like Punk said something and stuff. Like Punk has this insane loyal fan base and stuff. And I love Punk, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I love CM Punk. I have nothing against CM Punk. I am just telling you, as someone like the thing with CM Punk, I relate to CM Punk on a lot of levels of certain things. But the thing is, I'm just so enamored by this guy. That's the thing about CM Punk. He's just such a enamoring figure. Like this guy could sell me fucking ice in Antarctica. I could be freezing cold in Antarctica. CM Punk would come up to me and be like, "You want this ice?" And I'll be like, "No, man, it's already fucking cold." "No, you want this fucking ice?" And then I'll be like, "Yeah, I want this fucking ice, Punk. You're right." Like that's what he does. Like he is just so good with words. He is so good at presenting himself. That podcast will get easily great amount of views every week, clips out of the wazoo. Like, oh my god, it'd be great.
I was once a CM Punk fan, but he's such a hypocrite.
Oh, I love the hypocrisy. That's what I love the most about him, bro. It's CM Punk's world. We're just living in it. Like that. Yeah. For CM Punk, we're all just NPCs that are just there to either make his life easier or more annoying. Like Punk is like the best because like he can just sell you on it. Even when you know Punk is lying, you believe him for at least like 2 minutes because you're just like, you're so good at this.
Yeah, for sure. Look at Punk went from brawling in the locker rooms to potentially main eventing WrestleMania.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, pretty much. But yeah, he'll be there on Friday in London to sign a contract with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, and we'll see how that goes. We still don't know what the favor is, and
yeah, I think that'll get revealed on Friday because he was making a big detail. I'm going to make sure I read that contract and make sure all the fine print is there and stuff. And so feel like that favor will be revealed on Friday night. We'll learn what our Friday afternoon for us.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll learn that it has to be the main event of WrestleMania, or it's like a number one contenders match to one of the titles and stuff. I'm sure for like Roman, number one contender to the undisputed, and then for Punk, number one contender to their Raw title, the World Heavyweight title. So that's I feel like
for Rollins, it's like he gets rid of CM Punk for Rollins. Basically, that'll be his prize. He wants to get rid of CM Punk. That should be his prize. If Rollins wins, Punk is gone, which it's not going to happen. But still,
no, because that'll be too obvious. Because if Rollins wins and Punk is gone, that means like Rollins is not going to win the match, but Rollins has good chance of actually winning the match. That's the thing. So you can't do that. You can't have it. It has to be a stipulation. Like maybe what was that match? Deadly Games, or was it TNA, or like whatever they had that match where it was like Sting, Kurt Angle, Jeff Jarrett. Like each person put up like something on the line.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Like if Kurt Angle lost, he just lost his world title. Like that was the worst thing that could happen to Kurt Angle. But if Sting got pinned, he lost his career. Like it was the weirdest match. If someone can pull that up, that shit was hilarious. It was just like I think Scott Steiner was in that match. It was like Kurt Angle, Scott Steiner, Jeff Jarrett, and Sting sacrifice. It was the ultimate sacrifice, but I can't remember what each person was giving up. Or Mick Foley was in it. I can't remember, but yeah, it's like one of those where like if Roman gets pinned, this happens. If Punk gets pinned, this happens. Maybe that's it.
Yeah. So real quick here, I'm on Bet Online and I'm looking at the odds as we speak. Roman is a minus 140, Rollins a plus 130, and Punk is a plus 200. For those that are interested in,
what other matches do they have up there, Steve?
Well, John Cena's a minus 250, Cody's a plus 170, Jey Uso's a minus 800, and Gunther's a plus 425. Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton, as we speak, Charlotte's a minus 140, and Tiffy Time is a plus 100. And of course, Orton and Kevin Owens. Orton's a minus 1,000, and obviously Kevin Owens a plus 550.
Damn, Kevin Owens ain't winning at Mania. That's a damn shame.
No, it's not. No, it is not. But
what do you mean it's not a damn shame that he's not winning? He's not winning. Why is that a damn shame? That's why I said it's a damn shame he's not winning.
I know. Again, that's my guy, but
but you said no, it's not. You said no, it's not a damn shame. Why is it not a damn shame?
Because he's gonna get his, his comeuppance for what he did to Randy Orton.
No,
okay. You know what I'm saying? So, and then we get obviously the main event of the night here. Braun Breaker, two weeks in a row, closing Monday Night Raw. The same Braun Breaker. Let's point this out. Who, as of this moment, as of this stream right now, doesn't have a WrestleMania match. He's closing the show two weeks in a row. To quote someone I know, the fuck is this? But he goes at it with Penta. And for the most part, it was, a good back and forth. For the most part, this is Penta's first crack at a WWE championship in the company since signing. You had Dom out there at ringside, and it ends with him attacking Braun Breaker. And then Balor also arrived on the scene. Because, again, this whole thing was Dominic trying to recruit Penta to join the Judgment Day. So they're putting the beating on Braun Breaker. And then Dom hands the chair to Penta. And Penta's teasing, oh, do I do it? Do I attack? And instead he tosses the chair to Dom and just like kicks the chair into his head. And for the most part, but then, Balor took out Penta and helped Dominic Mysterio, and the Judgment Day stood tall to close the show. So there was that. Chase, anything you want to add to that? Anything you want to give your thoughts on?
What a nothing main event. This is probably one of the worst main events they've done. This is not how you close off Raw, like at all. Like
on the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, just in general. Like this is one of those like, what is this? Like, I get they're trying to build up the animosity for the Intercontinental title and shit, but much rather had no Judgment Day interference at all in this match. Because like Penta was just kind of like indifferent. Dom went up to him and he kind of was just like, no, like he kind of didn't even respond. He was just like, they're coming up to me to ask me to join the Judgment Day and stuff. Like this is just one of those things where it's just like, yeah, horrible main event. I not the match. The match was fine for what it was, but I'm just talking about the execution of it all. Like it's just one of those where it's like, this is how you end the show. Like you have John Cena and Cody, you have Gunther and Jay. You have, like you couldn't tell me Jay and Gunther couldn't have been the main event and stuff. Like we hyping up who's Jay Uso's like mystery partner and stuff. Like what if like we did a whole thing where Jay Uso like he chooses Otis as his mystery partner and then freaking A-Town down there attack Otis backstage, and so then Jay needs to find a new one. And then we get, the Uso reveal, and then that's the main event, and then Gunther and stuff like that. And I don't know.
Yeah. These cards has WrestleMania 2000 written all over it.
Jeffrey, I actually feel like this is more like a WrestleMania 18 than 2000. I get why people are saying 2000 because of the lot of multi-man matches that are going on, but this feels like a WrestleMania 18 where it's like you have an icon versus icon match in Cody and Cena. You have a big name match with the triple threat. Drew and Damian Priest feel like Kane and Kurt Angle, where Drew's like the Kurt Angle of this situation. Damian Priest is just fucking Kane and stuff. Like Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, that's another Kurt Angle and Drew type of match. Kurt Angle and Kane type of match. Like it's just like the card can be good. Like the build is just horrible. Like I have no doubt that the card could actually deliver on quality. It's just the build is just
Weird.
so it's just like the excitement. Like Steve and I are different because our excitement level is that we're going to be at Vegas. It's not really like just WrestleMania. It's like everything else in between WrestleMania we're excited for, like Vegas, hanging out, gambling, drinking and smoking,
Ramsey,
Gordon Ramsay stuff. Like we're excited because we're going to be doing a lot more than just, we're just there for WrestleMania. Like we're not sitting cooped up in our hotel room like, okay, guys, we got to make sure we're ready for WrestleMania.
We're going to be also streaming live from WWE World.
Yeah, streaming live from WWE World.
Exactly. So
how long that stream's going to be, we don't know, but we know for a fact that we're going to be streaming live. So have a good time. We might do more live streams in Vegas, like maybe show you guys our Friday night out on the strip and stuff. So
and who knows really, like what we might do. And again, let's see if we get away with it. We can live react to the main event of WrestleMania. We're not going to show like the map, just us sitting in the stadium.
Yeah. We could definitely do that. Like that's something that is possible.
You mean you guys aren't gonna leave before Saturday? Oh, of course not. I mean,
no, we're we already paid for the ticket. Why would we go to WrestleMania weekend and leave before the show? That makes no sense.
That's like that's like going to the World Cup and you leave before the finals and you're gonna miss Messi's first opportunity and potentially his last to win a World Cup. No, that's like leaving before Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and it's two of the best teams. If you can fill in your, two teams that you would love to that for that, but still, you get the idea. Okay, we need a drunk Steven. We need to get drunk Steven. You never know, man.
Well, the WWE World Stream, we definitely are not going to be tipsy at all because we're getting there early. We're getting there. Hey, we might do a test stream and stuff because we're staying a night outside of Vegas. So we're staying one night at a hotel outside of Vegas, and then afterwards we'll be in Vegas from Thursday. Steve will be there until Tuesday.
I'm leaving Monday night. So
you have the room until Tuesday. So
yeah, for sure. I might end up doing Raw after Mania after all. We'll see, though. We'll see.
I told you, bro. It's going to be at 5:00. You're not going to miss your flight.
Chase, y'all go on to WrestleMania after dark?
I'm going to try to get tickets just for the Friday show, and I might just get 3 tickets for Steve, Ernie, and I, because Howie said that he'll be like an old man at that point, which I understand. I don't judge if anyone can't make. Like, trust me, I'm an old man after event too and stuff. Like my thing is I gotta at least get one good like Chase Oliver just stays up and binge gambles.
So
I just need my binge gambling
this,
session when I'm in Vegas.
so that,
That's all I
so,
ask for.
so that's the event where we have to dress up fancy, I guess, right?
Well, it's a nightclub. You got to dress for a nightclub.
Get the blazer ready, get the loafers ready. Um,
I mean, dancing shoes. Yeah, I guess. Like the only reason why I would do Friday night because Metro Boomin's there. That's it. Everyone else, I wasn't really interested.
you
Or
didn't want to hear Flow Rider. You didn't want to hear Flow.
Flow Rider's great. I have no problem with Flow Rider, but wasn't he like Sunday?
I guess yeah, it's true. And at that point, bro,
Yeah, like nah, dude. Like
they
look,
want. I ain't
look,
gonna lie though.
we're still like so. The for sure shows we're going to. We're
TNA.
going to TNA. What was the card they're doing? Unbreakable.
But the way this is going, shit. When the news we heard today, shit. It's
Yeah, we don't know. We might show up and the show might be canceled.
it might be canceled. we
might show up and then they're like, "Hey, man, here's a free TNA shirt for your purchase."
You think they still got the brown bag special or the blue? If you guys have to be a longtime TNA fan to know what we're talking about.
Man,
The
those brown bag, blue bag specials, man. They couldn't sell all those T-shirts. And I think I did a bunch. I opened up a bunch of those on my channel because I was just like,
I bought like 5 of them shits on a Black Friday years ago. I did like a big ass like unboxing video of it. It was crazy.
Yeah, no, like that's why I said the Saturday one because like so we're doing Unbreakable, we're doing Stand Deliver both nights of WrestleMania. Up in the air, whatever random indie shows that are going on. It just depends. It just depends on timing because we don't like. Look, guys, we're gonna be in Vegas. I'm not like I'm just being honest. I don't want to watch wrestling the whole time that I'm there. Nothing against pro wrestling. It's just I don't want to like.
You gotta understand, like, yo, we're in Vegas. Vegas is Disneyland for adults, and we also sometime before sometime before we head out, we will do a part 2 of a tips and stuff for WrestleMania for Vegas for those of you who are going on stuff. We did do during last summer like a tutorial video that got a lot of good feedback from a lot of people. We appreciate that. So sometime in the upcoming weeks there will be a part 2.
Yeah, and this is going to be more like essential things you need, room tips, and everything like that. Maybe some minor dining tips, like because when it comes to dining in Vegas, I'm just going to be honest. I'm more of like I just stay on the MGM/Caesar side of things. I'm off strip. I don't really know too much of off strip Vegas. Like I know there's great spots off the strip. I'm more of like an in the strip type of guy.
Planet Hollywood and all that stuff.
Yeah. Like I know those places and stuff, but like, yeah, because we're still debating on shows we're going to. Because we're debating, do we want to go to the roast of WrestleMania? Do we want to go to the Undertaker show?
I hope you guys don't hate us if we go to the roast of WrestleMania. I hope you guys don't look at us differently now. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's just, like to me, like why? If we want to be entertained, we want to be entertained. Like to me, I feel like the One Dead Man show is kind of the move, just because. Yeah. Undertaker will be drunk on his fucking rockers after night 1. He's going to be all whiskeyed up, trying to tell fucking stories and stuff. Like, just because me and Howie were leaving Monday, so I don't want to stay up too late on Sunday. So
you need to tell people about casino etiquette. LOL.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Casino etiquette. Yeah. No, people need to realize, man, the casino is not just a place where you can. Yeah. The thing is, it's going to be very interesting. Well, because like the thing is too, and also one of the main things that I'm going to be leaving you guys and stuff is Uber tips and transportation tips to Allegiant Stadium. So that's definitely another reason why you want to check out that stream, because there's going to be a lot of people not knowing or understanding about Ubers to Allegiant, because the Uber doesn't go to Allegiant Stadium and they don't pick you up from Allegiant Stadium. So there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of good, useful information, like for you guys, because I know some people like that are going, and I've asked them what hotel you're staying at, and they literally tell me, and I'm just like, okay, like why are you staying on the opposite side where everything's happening? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're staying on the side that'll cost you more money. So this is literally also going to be like one of those where it's like, if you want to navigate Vegas, this is going to be one of those where I will help you with navigating Vegas and stuff, like giving you guys like good little tips on where to go on the map and stuff and how you can reach certain things faster because Vegas, like people who think like oh, I'll just walk the strip down and stuff. There's faster ways to do it than
Yeah,
walking the strip.
there is, yeah, absolutely. So make sure when we do that, we'll let you guys know and all that stuff. And yeah, overall, look, Raw was just disappointing. I feel like we had more fun talking about the brown bag and blue bag special from TNA and tips for Vegas that we're going to be dropping soon, and us looking forward to WrestleMania weekend than Monday Night Raw from this past Monday. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
But
he's upset, man. He missed some Peru soccer.
it's fine. It's still 0. It's still 0-0. It's fine. It's still 0-0 right now.
He's sweating.
So outside of that, Uber is dynamic pricing, depends on the demand.
Yeah. That's what I'm. Yeah, no, a lot of wrestling fans are gonna be pissed, and they're gonna be pissed because it's their fault for not like listening and stuff.
Yeah, but I do know one thing though, from watching people's videos, and because I've also watched other people's tips videos and stuff like that. Don't go to Circus.
Circus is horrible. Like you can go to Circus to like eat and gamble.
I heard they have good steak. I heard they have
Yeah. Surprise! They do. It's like honestly, if you don't want to pay an arm and a leg for a steak, it's honestly really good.
Walter, at this point, Peru needs to hope for that playoff spot. That's all they got to hope for now. But they got to be Venezuela. So that's the thing. So, that being said, guys, tomorrow we will be doing another watch along to AEW Dynamite. It is the return of Sad. I guess I'll just Google it.
So what channel is Peru, Steve?
Oh no, you gotta this. I gotta crack stream it, or I gotta
Oh,
yeah. I gotta do one of those type of things. But yeah, that's tomorrow. Yeah, Met the stream. There you go, Met streams. But that's the plan for tomorrow. AEW Dynamite, the watch party. If you're a channel member, you can join. If you want to become a channel member, it is only $2.99 a month. All right. And you get all these other perks too. You get to be part of the ATP Gaming roster. You get to join us for the throwback watch alongs. Being that WrestleMania is we're almost there. I do want to do a WrestleMania watch along, a throwback watch along before we head out.
Give up.
Okay.
See, we don't have time for that.
That's fair enough. We'll do that at Romeo Mania for sure. That's when it'll happen. And of course, thinking of ATP Gaming, this Thursday, ATP Evolution. This is all women's card. All right, to honor all the beautiful women out there. So make sure you tune in for that one this Thursday. All right. I got my channel membership on auto renewal. Oh, we appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, Weston. But that's going to be it for us, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. You guys know where to find us at AT.Network on Twitter, me at Heel Steven Chase. Let them know where can they check you out.
Yeah, follow me on X at ChaseOver68.
And of course, next week, Rhea, Io for the title, Bianca refereeing. Round 3 of Cody and John Cena. AJ Styles going to get the lesson of a lifetime by Logan Paul. And of course, Gunther and Big Jim. That's going to be it for us, guys. Much love to all of you. Thank you all for watching. For myself, for Chase, this has been the Raw Rundown here on the Around the Point Network. Peace out, everyone.